What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Poppa. We back with another video. This week gonna be slightly different. It's just gonna be me talking. I wanted to talk about my experience as a father during the labor and delivery process and the stay at the hospital. So yeah, let's get into it, man. We got Pooh's out here, sitting in the living room feeding Ayla right now. So we're gonna talk through this video. We're gonna make it happen and share some insight on what I think about the experience as a father throughout this labor and delivery process. So let's get into it. Feel me? Hold on, before you continue, like, comment, subscribe, tune into the Cromwells every week. We dropping content on y'all every week. We growing as a family every week. We turning up every week. So keep coming, keep showing love, keep subscribing, keep watching, keep sharing, and we gonna keep loving and keep doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? Now come on, let's get to the video. Alright, so I want to say throughout this whole process, our process was actually a blessing because we didn't have any complications, we didn't have any issues, none of the doctors gave us a problem, we never ran into anything like that. So first off, I just want to thank God for that, for blessing us with such a beautiful, easy process that we were able to actually enjoy. So starting from there, I want to say the one thing I noticed about staying in, about the whole process with being the pregnancy and then the labor and delivery process as a whole, is that it seems maybe some of the doctors or nurses tend to direct everything towards the mother. Did you call me? Tends to direct everything towards the mother, and it may be unintentional. I'm not saying it's like purposely, but it may be unintentional. But it's something that I noticed and something that I felt like I had to constantly kind of speak up about, or make sure my presence was known when it came to people saying things, or coming to ask us questions, or just the process in general. I would definitely say that was one thing that I wish was a little bit different. And maybe that comes with, just how the world is, and how we typically see more single mothers. Of course, there are single dads all around the world, but we typically see more single mothers through this process. So I understand at the same time that, they're not always quick to assume that someone's support system, if it's a guy, that they're with them, or they're in a relationship, or they're married, or what have you, or that it's even their child. I completely understand that, but I think there should be a little bit more, a little bit more involvement when it comes to the doctors and nurses actually speaking to dad, and actually coming to ask questions, and just through the process as a whole. So as far as the pregnancy, that was good because our doctors actually did, once they realized my presence throughout the entire process, well, in the beginning, once they realized my presence, they all made it a point to actually, speak to both of us, and not not speak to the mom and then just kind of expect me to just, chime in from an eavesdrop, or just expect the mom to kind of say something to me in a sense. They would talk to both of us. So I will say that, but that was the one thing during the pregnancy that I felt like should change. Maybe it's a cultural thing, maybe it's a cultural thing in the US possibly. The other thing was the arrangements for dads at the hospital themselves during labor and delivery, and then like the mommy and me room. They don't. I completely understand that the entire process is ensuring the safety of mom and baby. Wholeheartedly understand that, not disregard that, not going against that, but we have a big family. Pooh and I both have huge families. So when it came to the labor and delivery room during her labor process, I really didn't have anywhere to sit because I was, running around getting people. I was running around getting people badges, and then her brother and her dad and my mom and her mom and my dad were there. So there was all these people, and I'm genuinely just a giving, caring person. So being that, of course, our parents are older than us and XYZ, I let them sit down. I wasn't going to make them stand up, but there wasn't much, sitting room or anything designated for dad in a sense. And then especially in the mommy and me room. The mommy and me room, man, listen, they had me sleeping. It was in a recliner like this. The feet popped out just like this, John. You know what I'm saying? The feet, we out here with it. It popped out just like this, but it was a lot longer with my feet. Like my heels were actually on it. But then the back didn't recline. So I was stuck like sleeping like this. You know what I'm saying? I was stuck, and we were there for Monday, Tuesday, and left Wednesday. So 2 nights, 3 days, 2 nights. And that was rough. And I was right next to the air conditioning. So I was like cold and uncomfortable at the same time, and then it made it hard to bring Ayla to sit down with her, because the seating arrangements were, at least for me, was still right by the air, and she would get too cold to be sitting over there like that. So I was a little I won't say upset, I was a little bit disappointed with that, because it was completely uncomfortable. Like I felt like I got hit by a truck by the time we came home. That definitely it rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. But I'll say, and then also was, I don't know, I think it was, those two were like the big things, was the way they communicate with dad throughout this process, but then also just the process of staying overnight for dad as a whole was just it was just really, really like uncomfortable for real, but I was just overfilled with joy because our daughter's here, so I wasn't really too bummed out about it. I wasn't making a commotion or making a fuss about it, but it was something I reflected on as we were leaving. Something that made me think about it, But other than that, I really want to find a way. I think we should find a way to incorporate dads more, incorporate fathers more into, this entire process. Let's create a better culture of how nurses and doctors speak to dads, or involve dad, or acknowledge dad. I think that was the biggest thing, was acknowledgement, because I'm already overprotective of Pooh and Ayla, and especially when she was pregnant, and especially now, of course. But I kind of get on the defense mode when I feel like I'm not acknowledged in these scenarios when it comes to people congratulating, or the doctor saying something, or the nurses saying something. They come to speak to us about something. Even if they would come and ask an opinion or ask a question of a decision that has to be made regarding Ayla or some type of care or something, they would kind of direct it at Anjali. They would kind of look at her, talk to her, and then kind of like give me the cold shoulder, like, all right, well, you guys have a great day. I'll come back in a couple minutes, like when they're leaving out. You know what I'm saying? So it was a bit frustrating sometimes, to kind of feel like, all right, I got to speak up in order to be, recognized as, dad, as the father, which, and I kind of didn't want to take it to a race thing, but it made me wonder, would this be any different if we were a different race? Would it be automatically clicked that I'm dad or fiance if it was a different rate. You know, it made me think a lot. It just made me think about, you know, how our dads treated in this. Like I said, I know that the process is about keeping mom and baby safe. And let me say this. I have the utmost respect. I've always had the utmost respect for women and the utmost respect for single parents, but more importantly, single mothers. Throughout this process, I, you know, took a lot of steps back to kind of look at how Pooh and I function as a team, and what she may need help with and what she needs to do or need to get done. And it really just made me think of single mothers, you know, doing this by themselves, not having someone to help them, you know, when they're 9 months pregnant, help them put their shoes on, or help them walk up and down steps, or help them reach certain things, or help them pick up something if something falls over, or carry something heavy, or help put together the nursery, you know, or, you know, really just be somebody there to, you know, even if it's when they get off work, you know, running a bath or giving them a massage or something, you know, just these teamwork things to really make it as much of an easy process as possible. And I truly believe that go into how much of an easy process it can be for, how much of an easy process it can be for mom through pregnancy. I think that really ties into the health of the pregnancy and the baby, is how easy is home for mom. You know, how easy is home for mom, how stressful is home for mom, you know, and or even work. You know, those are all the things I think really play into it that a lot of people don't think about. So I have the utmost respect for single moms, single parents, but just seeing this process of how much it takes a toll on their bodies and how much mentally is draining as well, you know. But, you know, just the process of seeing labor and what they go through, you know, to create life and create this, you know, continue this circle of life, this cyclical nature that we go through. It really, you know, really made me appreciate a lot more. I already did, but I don't know, it just really put that like icing on the cake for me. But man, I just want dads to be recognized as like and acknowledged as dad at that time, you know, and for things to be directed at both parents and not just like one, you know. And me and Pooh talked about this, and she kind of noticed it too. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a huge thing, but I'm just a very observant person. I observe the minute details, and it was one of the things that stood out to me. But you know, we're happy, we're blessed. We're gonna give Ayla the debut pretty soon, pretty soon. We're just letting her grow. Letting her enjoy being new, being fresh. We're just enjoying her still being here, you know. So we haven't posted really anything too much on social media. But Ayla's gonna make her debut real soon. I promise y'all. I promise y'all that is what is going to be. We're gonna be coming, man. And we decided we got a lot going on. We'll be taking some trips soon. Yeah, man, so you guys gotta stay tuned. You know, whatever videos, if y'all got video ideas, drop them in the comments. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Because we gonna keep giving y'all this content every week. Every daggone week. I promise you. You know? So that's it. So we out. Man up. Ew.